Spent is split into two sections. The left section will take you to the online store where you can buy naming rights for items that will raise funds that will help the urban ministries of Durham. Much narrower than the right side of the site, which leads you to the game. There are many different avenues and roads that you can take during the game. That makes it a much more complicated area of our site, which you can see in our site map. The right option takes you to an interactive game that gives you a set of choices and questions. Choices that bring into the players morality and ability to manage their actions in response to the crippling feeling of being in poverty. Each question that you answer moves you to another set which depletes your fund from the player's paycheck. To win the game, they must last 30 days without losing all of their money. Spent consistently uses the same scheme of dark colors in high contrast to bright chalky colors. After many questions, a blue circle pops out of the middle to inform you of a real-life consequence or association. All of this dead space keeps your eyes away from anything else and points your attention towards this. This is centered and alone because it's the most important part of the game, to communicate the real-life effects of decisions. Designers made this point clear by having it stand out against a blank black background. And there are also icons on the left and right hand sides, but they are poorly designed because they're faded into the background and player hardly notices them at times because everything else is so centered. Might be on purpose though, trying to show that sometimes you don't know what options are available to you at the time. Oh shit, I need some help storing my stuff, let me ask a friend. There's also an option to share your progress and results on Facebook in order to promote the game. And food. Oh, you better get used to eating cheap. Chicken's way too much at $7, and even eating healthy can get expensive. You need to stick to the college diet of ramen and hot dogs if you're going to make this stuff last. It happens more than you think. And if you think they're pulling facts and stats out of their ass, you can click here and pull up their sources page with all their pulled information. And right next to that is probably the button you've been looking for. I give up. This is where they try to tackle your sympathy again and look for another donation. And don't forget to share your results. This game shows Manovich's principle of modularity with all its moving pieces of group question and answer pairings that you experience. It also shows variability since all of those pairings randomly appear as you go about your month. Each playthrough will be slightly different though, since you'll repeat questions from game to game. It also shows transcoding. This game was created with the help of gathered data from struggling households. Our game data is then being affected by our decisions, stored, and then shared. Clay Shirky said, "New media brings us together, offering the opportunity for meaningful and positive change. Hopefully this game is able to bring about the change through empathy and shared experience. When I made my friends play this game, they definitely showed interest and wanted to talk about the game and its content. And if you manage to actually get through the month, you'll reach this page. But remember, rent is due tomorrow, and $377 isn't enough. So did you really win?"